Hey, you guys, let's just chit chat. I don't know why my camera just keeps on doing this. Come on, clear up, bring it clear. There you go, sweetie. You're nice and clear for the world to see, hear, and feel. So, if you saw the title of this video, you see that I am grieving who I thought I wanted to be so I can embrace who I'm called to be. Today's been emotional, and a very, very emotional day. To the point that when I say I've been crying all day, I've been crying all day and my hair is a mess, but I still wanted to do my video and that's why I've decided to do this live. But I have went back to a lot of my go-to gospel music like the do in the morning and um just different gospel music that helps fill my heart back up when I feel that it has been not broken, because that's not the word that I want. It's been wrung out. It's been wrung out. Like it's been smushed and blood has just poured out of it. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So it's been wrung out like a towel with water in it or a sponge, squeezed like a sponge. And I'm just dripped blood and tears throughout the day today to just release whatever the heart needed to release. It's just out. It's just done. And so I call that grieving. I don't know what else to call it because when you grieve, it's a it's a sign of letting go. It's allowing emotions and movement and energy to just flow through you so it can be out of you. I'm not going to hold on. That's why it's good to grieve. It's good to grieve. You don't necessarily like the feeling of grieving, but grieving brings in grace. Yeah. It brings in this grace about your situation, about life, about your experience, and it's timeless. Like, we're gonna grieve for the rest of our lives, just like we're gonna learn for the rest of our lives, just like we're gonna breathe for the rest of our lives. As long as that we are alive, we're gonna be grieving something at some point in some time, at every decade, almost at every year. Whether we understand the grief of it or not, we are grieving. We're always shedding. We're always letting go when we allow ourselves to do that. I don't know. I'm not having a hot flash, but all of a sudden I just got hot, probably channeling as well. But grieving who I thought I wanted to be. I thought I wanted to be a lot of things. And I'll have a lot of careers and a lot of expressions of personality. But I'm always going back. Yes, I'm always going back to like this particular foundation of who I know I am at my core. But how I express my core foundation has changed over the years. It has changed over my insight, my intuition. It has downloaded in different ways and in different forms. And sometimes I'm unsure of how those waves are supposed to combine, so to speak, how I'm supposed to gather those waves up. But now I'm believing or coming to the conclusion that those waves were not meant to be contained. There were movements and moments in my life. And those things are a part of my conscious memory. They're a part of my knowledge base. They're a part of my uh, soul understanding. But that's not who I be. That's not who I am coming out into the world to say who I am. The who I am question is so deep. It's been asked like, a trillion times over the trillions and trillions of life expectancy of conscious life anyway. Because when you ask who you definitely are self reflecting. You are definitely conscious of you that is not your body, you that is not in this time and space, you that is the life force. And I know that I'm a cluster of light, but I'm such a cluster of light that sometimes I feel fragmented. And then sometimes some are turned off and some are turned on. And then some are so bright, they outshine the others. And then sometimes I have to dim other ones within myself because I feel like I will just rip my soul or my essence out of my body. I don't know if you guys have ever felt that, but there is times where I want to jump out of my body and just like be somewhere else. When I say that, not necessarily meaning, the other stuff, but I just actually mean that who I can't I don't want to be contained in this physical form anymore. It's like being able to astral travel outside, not in your sleep life, but in your waking life, and just be able to be like, click. Sometimes I think that's how meditation works. Or when you just zone out when you're driving, you know how you just zone out when you're driving, then all of a sudden you just remember like, oh, you're driving. You're supposed to be paying attention to the road and the people around you. But in those moments, there's so much peace and gratitude and connection that's the feeling that I really, really desire. That's the feeling that says, I want to be something else than what I'm thinking I'm supposed to be now. So, grieving who I'm thinking I was supposed to be. Sometimes I wonder if I was even supposed to be a parent. I chose to be a parent. It was definitely a decision. But what else through the parenting did I choose to be, or did I sub subdued? Is that the word I want? Or suppressed, not subdued. I suppressed being something else to put parenting in the forefront, or put being a wife in the forefront until I couldn't do it anymore, or being an employee or a contractor or self-employed or a business owner or whatever that is. All of those titles and things that I'm being is weird in this world right now, just to me. And I'm just having a moment. I'm having a moment and these epiphanies. And so I have to, not have to, I am in the process of grieving who I thought I wanted to be. So I can embrace what's coming through for me. So I know that I will have another being. The shedding of it all. Now, we're supposed to be in the fire horse season. No more of this snake stuff. But I think a lot of the snake stuff was the things around you, the physical plane. This new embracing feels fiery. It feels like what do you do? What refine? Is that what you do? You purify. That's what I want. So I saw it in my mind's eye. I was like, refine. I was seeing refine, but no, I'm being purified in a way that I can be more malleable and shaped into who I'm being and who's going to be expressed. I'm definitely going to remember write this video down and for myself to see where I am in 6 months or at the end of the year, just to see how my thought processes are going on now and why, and not why, but hmm, what's the word? What's the positive changes as well as what clarity that I've received, because I know this is going to be a lot of processing. So today, I mean, like I said, I went through a lot of songs. I did a lot of dancing. I did a lot of crying. I drank a lot of water. I spoke to my water. I spoke to myself in the mirror. I took down old affirmations because they no longer resonated with me. I don't even know if I embodied those particular affirmations when I wrote them on the board or on my wall. Oh, I have like a big affirmation wall with gigantic note, sticky notes. And so today I was like, This is no longer me. I don't need to confess this. This is not an affirmation that is moving me into my being, into the being that I'm supposed to be or that I'm being chosen to move forward to. And so, yeah, I'm grieving a lot. And I can't wait to more in an excitedness because I know that I want to feel alive in everything I do. I did a video on that a little while ago, and feeling alive is so more important to me right now in this crown era than to just be something for someone else besides feeling alive. For me right now, feeling every emotion that I can that is going to uplift me is more important than doing for some reason. And I don't know why that is, but there's this disconnect between my emotional being and my doing being because I know I can do anything and all things. I have been a hustler all my life. I've been working since I was 16. I'm Gen X, honey. I was a latchkey kid. Y'all know. You know that you are the hustler you will do. You have 5 jobs, 10 jobs. At one point I did have 5 jobs, technically. I was getting 5 incomes, doing work for 5 different things, 5 jobs as a contractor and an employee. But I'm tired. Not physically tired, emotionally tired, spiritually tired of those personas of what I was pursuing to be what I thought I wanted to be. What part in your life are you still holding on to a particular title or mindset that you felt that you made a decision that said, "This is what I'm gonna do and this is what I'm gonna be," but it's no longer serving you as a spirit, serving you as joy, serving you as the divine child of God that you are. I'm asking and inviting you to take a moment to pause, the sacred divine pause within yourself and possibly journal it out and possibly pull an oracle card, possibly sit down for 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours and with no technology, no sounds, no nothing. That's definitely something I'm gonna do tomorrow because I didn't do it. I'm gonna go walk the trail, and I'm not gonna bring anything. I mean, I'll bring my phone for safety, but I'm not gonna bring any earphones for music or anything. I'm just gonna listen to nature, and possibly I may bring a piece of paper and, well, my little mini notepad book and pen, and just wait for God to show me whom He wants me to become because I'm needing to and being asked to grieve who I thought I was supposed to be. It's very interesting. It's very solid, and that's several tools. So the somatic tools, the writing tools, and I think I'm gonna write some poetry or at least move into that because I know that my heart is to write. My heart is to have dialogue, and when I have a conversation one-on-one and coach and mentor someone, that blossoms my heart the most. The one-on-one connection, the reciprocal spiritual connection is what drives me, what what lights me up, what makes all the sparkles within myself just beam up with that reciprocal energy. And too much or too many people will drain me, and I will silence myself so I can regulate who I am. Nah, that's what an empath does, though. And I know I'm empathic. I'm empathic, I'm psychic, I'm all the things because I'm a woman in her crown era. Everything is heightened, everything is all that. All of that, you guys. So if you've been experiencing this as a crown woman, let's connect. Let's connect in the comments. Let's send me an email. Um, work with me. You can find all that in the description box. And I just want to ask you, yeah, who who do you have to grieve? What ideas do you have to grieve so you can reach in to your future self and bring in all the things that you truly desire, all the heart beating, pulsating love, respect, honor, joy, desire, pleasure, scrumptiousness, because that's the word of my year. That's the word of the year, scrumptious. Scrumptious, scrumptious, scrumptious. Yeah. What is that for you? What is your word of the year? And how are you allowing it to unfold for yourself? My goals for the year, of course, is fun, fitness, and finances. And I want them all to be scrumptious. I want to feel scrumptious. I want life to be decadent. I want life to be, mm, I don't know what else I want life to be besides fulfilling. That feels like a lame word right now. It's a word needs to be at a higher epithet besides fulfilling. Yeah. And it's not overflow. I may have to think about that myself. How else do I want life to feel? But I also want to do a pull a card real quick. Just as I end this live, I just want to pull a card real quick and see what my own affirmations, because you know what? I have not pulled one of my affirmation cards in probably a week. And so I'm not learning from myself, which is not the best thing because I know Spirit gave me these a while back. So let's see what I get. Let's see. I attract a community with a love mindset. So if you're willing to be a part of the crown community, your crown era, then we are part of that love mindset. This is what Spirit wants me to do. Spirit wants me to either build a community, I'm not sure, I really don't know, be a part of more communities with a love mindset, and just really bring home love for myself because I know that is my core foundation. Utilize my understanding of love, my understanding of self as the soul evolving life force, and my intuition, and how those three marry within each other, marinate, and unfold with one another into my own life so I can move into who I'm being called to be, so I can grieve who I have to need, that whom I need to grieve. And so, yeah, again, who are you willing to grieve out so you can be into the calling of who you wanted to grieve? I mean, who do you want to be? I love you guys so much. It's Coach Hunt. I have your greatest interest at heart. If you don't know who I am, I'm a holistic self love coach, and I help women have the best life ever. And so, as I move into my best life ever, come join the Crown Crew, subscribe, like, leave a comment, give me a question. If you require some clarity, I got your back. I love you. Bye.